Yeah, it's more the diabolical coming at you with another one. I'm gonna talk about these cultural vultures. I was at this little spot, this club. I'm walking out the door. This Arabic dude. They hang around black people too much, trying to be like another DJ Khaled, a cultural vulture. You know, he was outside talking to a couple of black dudes. I don't know why these black dudes out there talking to this dude anyway. Some Arabic dude, some Arab, dressed in a cowboy jersey out here in Texas, dude talking like he black. They gonna, what's this dude, what'd he say? He said, hey kinfolk, don't look at this dude like he was crazy. I'm like, dude, I'm not your kinfolk. This dude been hanging around black people too much, slumming around black folks out there outside smoking weed and all whatever else he was doing with these two black dudes. I don't understand why these black folks be hanging around these culture vultures. These other groups come over here in a slum with black folks outside smoking weed. You know, weed ain't legal in Texas, so I don't know what the hell he's doing. But yeah, I just looked at that man and kept on walking. I was like, dude, I'm not your kinfolk. Dude talking with a black scent. I'm like, man, he ain't the only one. There's a lot of cultural vultures walking around here all over the United States trying to act like they black, act like a foundational black American, want to come around slumming around black people, smoking weed and drinking, doing all kinds of degenerate stuff. They don't do that stuff when they're around their own people, but they come around black people with the degenerate stuff. That's not cool at all. And like I said, a long time ago, I don't like hanging around these people. These other groups come over here and, you know, thinking black people, we the degenerates, the party people, the weed heads, the alcoholics, and, you know, the people selling drugs and all that stuff. They want to go and hang around slumming. So I don't too much appreciate that. All black people ain't smoking weed, drinking, selling no drugs, doing no criminal activity. I'm not a criminal. I'm not out there doing none of that. And this dude talking to me like he one of my family members or something. Like he black. Talking about, hey, kinfolk. Kinfolk. Oh my God. I laughed at that dude and kept on walking. I'm not like every other black person. I'm not one of them kumbaya types. I'm not finna sit there and just hang around random non-black folks just to be hanging around. I'm trying to be cool with them. I'm not trying to be cool with nobody. I'm about black empowerment. That's what I'm about. I'm about getting my reparations checked. I'm not about hanging around with these other groups, these other immigrant groups, these culture vultures, these anti-black racists. Because I think this man tried to talk to me a long time ago outside that club, trying to ask me all these degenerate questions. And I think one time, I think this dude asked me if I was from the hood and all this so stupid stuff. If I go to this little hood shop out there in Dallas where they be selling like t-shirts and BS, some place called Big T or something like that. I don't mess around with stuff like that. I'm like, dude, get the hell out of my face. All black people ain't the same. We don't do all the same stuff. All black people ain't from no hood. I wasn't raised in no hood. I didn't grow up in no hood. All black folks ain't hooded. These people come over here from these foreign countries thinking that black folks living in the hood, living in the ghetto, slumming. None of that. That stuff kind of really ticked me off a little bit about this dude and these other people, not just him. There's a lot of these folks out here acting like that. And for black folks, word of advice, stop hanging around these people. All the time we got to be the friendly folks talking to these non-black people. We don't have no friends. None of these immigrant groups are our friends. None of these white supremacists are our friends. None of these Hispanics or anybody else are our friends. These people come over here and practice anti-black racism on a daily basis. 24 hours a day. And black people, we got to realize and wake up, we have no friends. The only people that we have is our own people. Foundational black Americans. We don't need to be hanging around these other groups. These people are not our friends. These people do not have our backs. These people are culture vulture. If they do trying to hang around black people, they culture vultures, or they trying to get some drugs or some other illegal things going. So we don't need to be hanging around these folks. Black people, y'all need to wake up. Stop hanging around these other groups. These people practice anti-black racism. Like I said before, a long time ago, I used to work at this restaurant. These Hispanics, they back there practicing all kind of anti-black racism. They don't even want to serve black people at the little restaurant. Thinking black people ain't gonna tip them, or black people have them running ragged and, you know, making them go back and get things and stuff like that as far as food goes. These people don't even want to serve black folks. And I had to call the corporate office on some of these folks practicing anti-black racism. And they got stuff like this going on all over the United States with these people. Calling black people monkeys and N-words and stuff like that. Talking about we were slaves. These are the type of people that we trying to hang around. Some of these Hispanics, they were colonized by Spain. That's why they speak Spanish. Got the nerve to call black people monkeys and N-words and stuff like that and slaves. We didn't get colonized for 300 years. Changed the whole religion, changed their whole language, and changed everything about them. We fought back. Black people were slaves in the United States. We fought back. And so a lot of slaves got up off them plantations and burned some of them plantations down. We didn't sit there and side with our oppressors like these Spanish folks and these other folks that come over here do. We didn't run from a whole nother country. We stay here and fight. We don't flee. So, black people, stop hanging around these other groups, man, coming over here practicing anti-black racism. We do not need to be friends with none of these folks, man. These people do not have our best interest in hand. They don't. That's something black people got to realize. Well, it's been more than diabolical with another Pimp Cup Sessions on the house.